Have you ever had that feeling where the health advice that used to be your go-to just stops working? It's frustrating, right? Well, in this explainer, we're going to dig into exactly why that happens, especially after you hit 55, and, more importantly, what you can actually do about it. You see an image like this, a health plan scribbled in a notebook, and it feels pretty familiar. You know the basics. Move your body, eat some vegetables, try to get some sleep. You've been trying. So the real question, the one we need to answer, is if you already know what to do, why isn't it working anymore?
And that question brings us to our first big idea. A lot of that frustration comes from a deep-seated fear. But it's not the fear of just getting older, of another birthday. No, it's way more specific than that.
So let's just ask it straight up. When you really think about it, what's the thing that truly worries you about the years ahead?
This right here, this is what it's really about. It's not about wrinkles or gray hair. It's what some call the quiet fear, the fear of losing your capability. We're talking about the simple, everyday things, having the strength to carry your own groceries or pick up a grandchild, having the balance to walk up a flight of stairs without grabbing the railing for dear life, keeping that mental clarity, that sharpness in conversation. And all of it boils down to one word: independence, the ability to live your life on your own terms. That's what's really at stake.
Okay, so if that's the fear, why didn't your past efforts work? Well, I've got some good news for you. It probably wasn't your fault.
I mean, think about it. We are drowning in health information. You've read the articles, you've seen the videos, you know the stuff. If just knowing what to do was enough, we'd all be in perfect shape. This isn't an information problem. And this slide just nails the core issue. Your old plans, the ones that maybe worked in your 30s or 40s, they were built for a younger body, one that recovered faster and had energy to burn. But after 55, your body is playing by a different set of rules. What you need is a plan designed for the body you have right now.
And I'm going to say that again, because it is so important to really let this sink in. This is not a willpower issue.
It's a design issue. The plans themselves were broken. They were the wrong tool for the job at this stage of your life.
I absolutely love this analogy. Trying to run on willpower alone is like driving a manual car in a heavy storm late at night when you are completely exhausted. You have to consciously think about every single move you make. But a well-designed system, that's like having a modern car with all the driver assist features. It has guardrails. It keeps you in your lane when you're tired or distracted. The system holds you when you can't hold yourself.
Okay, so the old approach was designed to fail. What's the new goal? We need to shift our focus from a word we all know to one that is infinitely more important.
So on the one hand, you have lifespan. That's just a number. It's the total number of years you're alive. But on the other hand, you have health span. That's the good stuff. That's the number of years you live well, active, engaged, capable. This is the metric that actually matters.
So to put it simply, health span is the goal. It's about your quality of life. It's the difference between just being here and truly living. It's not about adding more years to your life, but about adding more life to your years.
This all sounds great, but where do you even start? Let's make it really simple. We're going to talk about your first 30-day focus. The whole point here is clarity, not overwhelming you with 100 different things to do.
We're going to focus on just 4 things. That's it. Just 4 actions that the research shows have the absolute biggest impact on extending your health span.
All right, here's the plan for the next 30 days. First, protect your sleep consistency. That means aiming for the same wake-up time every day. Get some running light and have a wind-down routine in the evening. This regulates everything. Second, strength train twice a week. This one is non-negotiable. It is the single best weapon you have against age-related muscle loss, which is directly tied to your independence. Third, eat enough protein. We're talking 30 to 40 grams with each meal. That's the raw material your body needs to hold on to that vital muscle. And fourth, commit to one social anchor. That means a recurring, weekly get-together with other people. It fights off loneliness, which is a serious health risk. These 4 steps, that's your new foundation.
So you have the plan. You're ready to start. But what happens when life, happens? This brings us to what might be the single most crucial piece of advice for long-term success: how you handle the inevitable bad week.
Because this is the moment of truth, isn't it? A plan never falls apart when you're motivated and things are going great. It dies after that first bad week. You get sick, you have to travel, work gets insane, and all that momentum just vanishes.
But here's the mindset shift that changes everything.
A bad week is not failure. It's just data. It's information. It's your system telling you where it's a little fragile, what parts need more support. It's a learning opportunity, not a reason to throw in the towel.
So, the question isn't if you're going to have a bad week, because you will. We all do. The real question, the one I want to leave you with, is this: what will you learn from it?